Alright guys, what's going on? This is Paul here, and I'm back today for another episode of my one-off series, where we'll take a look at a game in a single video and just sort of check it out. And today, I'm doing Fire Emblem Awakening for the Nintendo 3DS, and Fire Emblem Awakening was actually released last year, and it was developed by Intelligent Systems. I bought this game when it first came out, because there was really a shortage of games out for the 3DS at the time, and I sort of wanted something to play, so I bought this. Never sort of played a Fire Emblem game before, and you know, I kind of checked out some Let's Plays of the previous games, but the only sort of reference that I knew to Fire Emblem was in the Smash Bros. Games, with characters like Ike being in there, and Marth, so that's where I got that from. You know, I just picked it up out in the limb. It was actually a pretty good purchase. I didn't complete the game. I actually only played a few hours of it, but it's something that I wish I kind of went back and completed, just because the game is actually so good from what I've played, and I just don't know why I didn't, you know, sit down and play it. It's strange, really, but beautiful cinematic opening here. You know, really showing off some of the 3DS's potential, so I'm just gonna jump right into it. One of my favorite things from this game is the music in it. It's just fantastic. I've just sat and listened to a lot of it without even playing the game. Like, this is one of my favorite themes. It's the menu theme, but it's very ambient, you know. I love music like that, and you know, it has little subtle touches in it you wouldn't notice unless you pay attention to it. Like, there's some drums in there, and then it has these little sort of you know, you hear it there. So I have 6, 20, 17. That was my... I lent this game actually to my friend Drew. I had another save file, which was a bit further on. That was my first one. That was my second one. My friend... I lent this game out to my friend Drew. Shout out to Drew. He actually played through it twice. What a badass. Wow. Yeah, I lent him this game, I think, in my third year of university. And I also lent him Trauma Center, which I think he still has. And he lives in England. But I have his Nintendo Wii remotes. Wiimotes. I have 2 of those that I forgot to give back, so I guess we're even there. You know what? I am actually going to start a new game. I'll go normal. And Fallen Years Classic. I play it in Classic because it's a lot harder. But I'm going to start a new game over my old save file. So this character by default is called Robin, and you saw Robin in the Smash Bros. Games, of course. I honestly think that the female model looks better than the male one, but I mean, they're both sort of very generic by default, so you have the opportunity to, you know, spice them up with different builds, different shapes, and it's actually quite interesting. They have an anime drawing. Anime drawing, that doesn't make any sense. So sort of anime style drawing, I guess. No, I really like that style in games, and you know, it's not something you see much because it is sort of exclusive to developers in the East. But there is some studios that are starting to adapt it, which is nice. I don't know, I think it looks very aesthetically pleasing. Lots of cool hair here. You know, ponytail. Very nice, actually. I like it. You have some scars on your face there if you want.
We can do it. It's my fault. Thanks. Stay calm. Stay calm.
So they have different actual voices as well. Go for it. Robin, my birthday. You can put birthday in there. I'm not gonna put my full birthday in. And then you can have a positive and a negative. So I usually play magic. I don't know. I just like magic by default. And then, you know, strength, for example. If I want to be a pure mage, I'm not really going to be relying much on other things. But so let's see. This is my friend Drew's, and I don't want to write them over. I doubt he'll ever get this game back off me. Yeah, it was my game originally, but I doubt I'm going to give it to him again. But I don't know. Something about erasing a complete save file to me is just it's just very sad. But the presentation, look at that, man. It's just so good. A lot of people say that the... Sorry. Very cool cutscene here. I actually watched some of these in 3D. I know the actual recording is only in 2D here, but I recorded some of this in... It's not recorded, sorry. I viewed some of it in 3D. It actually looks really nice. Maybe use of that. Although I don't really play my 3DS with 3D on. So...
This is it. Our final battle.
They do have voice acting in this game for select title or for select bits of information. So if you've never played Fire Emblem before,
Listen to me.
you know, think of it as sort of I don't want to say like I'm not an expert at these games, so I don't want to say anything wrong. But I sort of think of it as a sort of strategy game to me. Like it's a bit like chess in certain aspects. Not chess itself, but you know the strategy behind it. You have to counter your opponent's moves. You have to, for example, there's different weapons in the game, and certain weapons beat out other weapons in battles. So, you need to sort of outthink your opponents quite a bit. And when you're playing on hardcore mode, where when you die, you can lose a unit, then it's very, very important that you make strategic moves because otherwise you're going to lose a unit. And some of these units are very important in the game. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I grew attached to certain units when I played this game, and I didn't want to lose them because otherwise they just get thrown out of the story. There's some characters that I really grew attached to. So as you can see here, this is my movement. I can go anywhere here. Oops. This is the enemy here, so you have to be within 1 square to actually to attack him. And well, if you're using a melee character, you need to be in 1 square. If you have an archer or a mage that can attack, maybe from a distance. But there you see, here's the matchup we're going into, and you can change your weapon if you want. As you can see, though, the attack damage is changing based on what weapon. I'm going to use the silver sword, and then we'll go into a battle here. It has a nice little 3D cutscene, and you can actually control sort of the battle. Of course, it's all sort of random what happens, really, but you can control it still. You can speed it up, you can pause it, have a little look around if you want. There you go, 20 damage. And now he's gonna attack me. So let's get Robin down here and attack, and we'll go from there. There's certain bonuses you get from being in certain vicinities from your own teammates. So if I have a teammate right beside me, then I'll get a bonus. And you also get bonuses based on what environment you're in. So if you're on a hill or if you're on a mountain or something, you get certain environmental bonuses. There we go, stage complete. So that's just a little tutorial beginning stage. A little bit of backstory, I guess. It shows you of what you're getting into. I didn't play any Fire Emblem games before, so I wasn't too familiar with the story. But it isn't. I personally didn't feel like I was I was missing out on some things, but you can play the game without knowing the entire series, is what I mean. So let's jump into it here. It asks you to save your progress every chapter or so. So that's why.
Crom, we have to do something.
What do you propose we do?
This is one of my favorite songs in the game. I think it's called Id Purpose.
I see you're awake now.
Like, that music is just fantastic. I love, like...
places to take a nap than on the ground,
Sorry.
Give me your head.
I don't like speaking over this, but, yeah, some of this music, fantastic. I just love the instruments used. This one here. I'm gonna shut up.
You all right? Thank you, Crom. Huh? What?
What?
Explain.
Just so good, man. That music, I just get lost in it sometimes. It's that good. So yeah, you have a variety of characters here, as you can see already, but there's a huge arsenal of characters in this game, and as you go through the game, you can like recruit certain enemies or certain other NPCs into the game, and you can actually, you know, make them a playable character, which is really interesting to me. So, as I said before, you do grow attached to some of these guys because the game does last a good like 20 hours. So if you do play in the hardcore mode, you know, you don't want to let them die. I found myself reloading my save file quite a lot when one of my favorites died. And it has a very interesting storyline, you know.
I'm not delicate.
So if you like your story-driven games, it's a pretty decent one in this, in my opinion. I really should play through it again.
Yeah. Really?
Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs! Not good, guys. Giant enemy crab is attacking the town. So we got bandits. I believe we have to take care of them.
My lord. Of course.
Let us go. Let us go, my friend. Robin, hurry up. Get in there. Okay, so we have some enemies here. Garrick. We have to stop them, guys. We just have to.
Crom.
Okay. So again, we have to traverse the map, and there's certain sort of key enemies that we have to defeat. So for us, the key enemy here is Garrick, and we have little tips down the bottom. If your main character dies, which is Crom in this case, it's game over, and you can check what Crom has in his inventory. Pretty decent. Some basic gear right now, and then you can see the actual overall sort of view of the map. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna bring Crom over here and attack. I'll bring him down to 4 HP. Nice. And then I'll bring a guy in around the back. I guess Robin can go in.
Yeah.
Oh, you know magic? Yeah, but I'm not sure if I can use it. There we go. So you get different spell tomes over the game. I believe Lisa is more of a healer, right? I can't remember. Yeah, she is a healer. And this guy can move a little bit more because he has a horse. You'll notice that players with horses do get the extra mobility bonuses. Missed. Nice. Let's see. How dare you attack Lisa? Bring him down to 5 health. You get some chip damage in. Not gonna do much.
Oh.
And then I can use Lisa. Oh wait, no, what is Lisa? Second heal. I think she's a white mage. A healing type, non-defensive type. Final Fantasy got that stuck in my mind. Robin's gonna bring him down to 0. Goodbye. You know, we really don't need to attack everyone here, but it does help. It does help. Just getting the extra experience, because the game can get pretty tough sometimes. Now, sometimes you get criticals. I believe these are criticals. Yeah. Do some massive damage there early game. Such a shame she's attacking me. Won a KO. Wow. Frederick taking it to him. Right, here we go. So if I move Frederick up, I can't even get an attack on him just yet. But I hope he attacks me.
Are you ready? What?
He can see things.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah. There we go. Now he's gonna attack us. I don't think he can even hit us. No. As you see down the bottom there, it said he had 0 attack, so.
Listen. Yeah.
Side by side improves. This is kind of a tutorial stage. I guess that's all I'm going to really show though. But I mean, I definitely encourage you to go and buy this game if you're interested in it, as it's just one of the. I personally think it's one of the best titles on the 3DS. You know, it does require a lot of time investment, but I just personally think that it's one of the better titles from what I've played. Just finding the time lately to sink hours into a game is tough. So I believe we should have won. Oh yes.
Right.
My problem is I read quite fast, so I really don't like the voice. I like the voice acting, don't get me wrong, but I find myself having to slow down to listen to it sometimes. This music, man, so good.
My lord.
Love it.
It's all right. Oh, listen. Yeah.
So there you go, Robin joins the party.
Huh?
Pledgian.
Really?
Right.
We must stay the night with a feast.
Huh?
So good, man. When he puts on the axe, duly noted. Yeah, the guy who goes through the whole game, there's this running joke that the guy with a huge armor is like invisible, you know, even though he wears this huge armor. It's like a running joke throughout the game. So guys, I know I've only done 15 or so minutes of this, but that is the entire point of the series, I guess, to give you all a little look at the game. For me, this series is mostly just about revisiting games that I think need a little bit more recognition, but also that I know Fire Emblem has a lot of recognition, but you know, compared to the sort of mass medium of games, very good game series. And of course, I kind of hope one day I can get around to finishing this. My friend Drew just beat me out so bad here, but hopefully you enjoyed the game from what you've seen so far. And if you did, I would highly encourage you to go and pick it up, as I think there was a rumor going around if this Fire Emblem didn't sell well, that would be the end of the series. I'm not sure if that was official, you know, but thankfully it did sell very well, and I assume because of that there may be another game coming. And the Fire Emblem series has been going on for a while now, so it's awesome, man. But yeah, I'm going to conclude here, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you own the game, let me know what you thought, and yeah, I will see you guys next episode. Bye-bye.